you're feeling, this is the truth.
So do I need to, feeling how much I want to keep that belief inside of me was one thing you mentioned, like feeling my investment in that belief.
Correct. What's your investments in these beliefs? What are they? So if we write down this process of investment, you're invested in that belief. What does that belief help you do?
Yeah, what's coming up is I just don't want to feel my childhood things.
Okay, it helps you avoid childhood pain, doesn't it? You wanting to believe that helps you avoid childhood pain. So the real problem is you're trying to avoid childhood pain and you want that to be true. You desperately want that to be true. Right? It's interesting, as soon as you say what the truth is, you can now feel. Right? The truth is you're avoiding childhood pain. You realise that your childhood was quite painful and you're using this false belief to avoid this, the feeling of this. You follow? That's what the justification does. So can you see what I've had to do? It's quite simple. I've had to realise that this is a false belief. It's not something I have to process. It's a false belief that I want to be there. I've made it there. I want it there. Because when I have it there, it gives me the outcome of having the investment satisfied, and the investment is avoid my childhood pain. So how do I reverse it? It's quite simple. All you need to just sit down and start praying to God about and feeling about is, I had a terrible childhood. I had a terrible childhood. I need to feel this pain. I need to feel this pain. And you'll start connecting to the pain. It's quite simple.
So you don't need to feel that you don't want to feel the pain?
Well, yes, you do.
Okay.
But this is what I'm saying. You need to allow yourself to go, okay, I'm choosing this belief because I don't want to feel my pain. Be honest about it. Right? I want to avoid my childhood pain. It's very interesting when you say, I want to avoid my childhood pain. You say that for me. I want to avoid my childhood pain. I'm allowed to avoid my childhood pain. I'm allowed to. You say that. I'm allowed to.
I'm allowed to.
I'm allowed to. You're allowed to avoid your childhood pain. God's allowing you to. You're allowed to avoid it. Does it help your life very much?
No, it's not.
But you're allowed to avoid it. And it's interesting psychologically what happens when you say to yourself that you're allowed to avoid it if you want to. The irony is you start feeling it generally.
I don't though. Maybe that's where my harshness on myself comes in.
Correct. You don't because you judge it.
I have to, because I really want...
No, you're allowed. You're right now choosing to avoid your childhood pain, and you're allowed to.
So should I just focus on that? Because I'm really blocked about that.
Yeah, stop telling yourself that you can't cope with emotion, because it's just a furphy. Yeah. You know, a false belief, a furphy in Australian colloquialism is a false belief, a self-delusion. It's a self-delusion. This is the self-delusion. This is the truth. That's why you want the self-delusion. And rather than actually tell yourself this, you want to tell yourself that. That's the problem.
So I should be able to just go straight to that emotion if I'm open.
Yeah, I'd start with I'm allowed to avoid my childhood pain. So when I feel really sad in a day, I'd just sit down on the floor and I'd just go, I'm allowed to avoid my childhood pain.
And then you're able to connect to emotion.
Well, the question is, do I want to? And I go, well, I don't know if I really want to avoid my childhood pain. And I've got it's acknowledging that I've got childhood pain, right, that I could feel if I chose to. You follow?